co-host, Paul Ramsay. Hey. So today we are talking about our favorite online tools that we use in our business to grow our business. And if you guys want to jump in, share the tools with us, the tools that you're using, have any questions about any of the tools that we're using and why we're using them, this is the place. Viralconnectivity.com/live. And Paul, I realized that neither one of us start this show with our names and what we do. So people can watch us and they're like, I know what you do. I mean, we know
I
what you do.
assume
Oh,
that's because we're so famous. Aw.
I know, you're not jumping on. There we go. We got you with the board certified in your title, so you're
We
fine.
do have that.
We do have
What is
that.
do you what is your official title? What do you call yourself?
I call myself Yifat Cohen. Um, what do? I help you accelerate trust and relationship online, regardless of the tools, regardless of how we do it. You want to build faster relationships, accelerate trust so that you can. What? You don't like that? What is that? Look at
It's
that.
so long. I mean, if you're gonna put in a what do you call yourself when you so if not nice to meet you. What do you do? What
I
do you
accelerate.
say
I accelerate
right
trust and relationships online.
like
I think so.
no,
We're not gonna get your look at
no.
that on a
Oh, I got small screened? Come
Yes,
on.
and you're like freezing me on me all the time.
Come on. That's not cool.
No, so you don't like accelerating trust and relationships?
I like it when you're explaining the context afterward. When you go, what I really do is
Oh, Paul, you're
I
frozen on
accelerate trust and
me.
help people build relationships online. Giver, come on. This got to be on your end. If not, I've been fine all day. I haven't had any internet problems all day. I'm going to just keep going over and over again. I'm going to keep going and keep going. Am I unfrozen?
Yes, you are frozen.
Shoot.
I
I am
know.
on again?
I know. So here's what I suggest. Try to hop on and off, and while you're doing that, I'm going to talk about the first tool that I love using online. And hi, Ali and Annabelle from Twitter. Good to see you guys. If you guys want to hop in, viralconnectivity.com/live. So we're going to share with you our favorite online tools for running our business online. And the first tool is Bitrix 24. This is the one that I am using, and this is the website for them. They have a birthday sale if you kind of want to learn more. I'm using the free version, and here's the cool part. You see this little thing that pops up here right on the bottom? This allows me to stay in touch with people on my website in real time. So they're coming in, they're commenting, and we're having conversations, and I can help them solve their issues. So one of the things that is really fantastic about Bitrix 24 is this CRM tool that they have built into the software. And another thing that is super cool is, and I need to bring Paul in. Another thing that is super cool is that it allows you to create a stream flow, like a systematized operating procedures where you can have tasks for your team to do, and your team can go in and just say, I did it, I did it, I did it. And they, hold on a second. Let me just make sure that Paul is coming back in. So you can have tasks that your team can go over and just mark when they're doing it. And the nice stuff about this whole thing is that it's all in one place. So when someone tracks, like when someone says, hey, I did this thing, the entire team gets a message that says, hey, this task has been done. And there's no going back and forth, going like, hey, did you do it? How are you doing it? How's it going? Not going? Are you on it? Are you not on it? You have a picture of exactly what's happening in your business, where people are at, what they're working on, how they're interacting with it. There is system to chat with each other, kind of like Slack, that you can use. And they have many other features that you can take advantage of completely free. Look at that. This is great. I didn't see this. So this is the website, Bitrix 24. And thank you very much to Leland who introduced me to this. As you can see, you can communicate with your team in one place very, very easily. You can, I was like, where are all the features, the tools? There we go, all the tools. Right, so you got communication tools, social interaction, calendars, you can chat with them in video, in calls, in emails, you have groups, and this is one of the best things that I'm using to get my team and me synchronized. We can see exactly where everybody's at, what they're working on, they can do time tracking. I'm using something else for time tracking that I can share with you. You have the task templates. This is super, super helpful and easy. If there's a task that you're repeatedly doing over and over and over again, you just create a template for that. And then every time you need to redo the task, you just create a template, use the template, and work with that again. So for us, it saved hours of back and forth communication. Everybody knows exactly where they are and what they're doing and what they're supposed to be doing. And as I said, we are using the free model, which is this one. They're just becoming a little bit too expensive when you start having big teams because they're charging you per user. Well, now they're changing it for all users. So you can have 2 users, $17 a month. You have a little sale, 6 users, $50 a month. We're on this plan and we found that it's very, very helpful. So that's the first tool, that one of my favorite tools. When I found this tool, so much back and forth, so many menial tasks of asking people what they're doing and how they're doing and where they're going, disappeared. And our team is now a lot more efficient and fluent and communicative, and it's fantastic. The second tool that I love to use is, hold on, let's see if Paul is here. Paul.
I'm here.
You are here. Yes, and I can hear you. Hallelujah.
All
right. So what is the first, second? So I shared Bitrix 24.
I saw that.
And your tool is?
So lately, I've been a huge fan of Loom. Are you familiar with Loom?
I am familiar with Loom.
So because I've been working on my mentorship program, I've been doing a lot of instructional videos to help my mentees use different resources, and I want to have walkthroughs.
Yep.
And rather than just go and try to spend all the time finding the best possible walkthrough videos on YouTube, which I could do, right?
Yep.
I'm like, I'd rather just explain it myself and know that I'm doing what I want and providing what I want. So I got myself a Loom account and I started recording all my stuff on Loom, and I love it. It's simple, it's easy to use. You can directly keep your stuff on their cloud storage and then just link to it, like linking
cool.
to a YouTube video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Or you can download it and throw it into a video editor and modify it as you want, put your own branding on it and stuff like that, and then publish on your own. It's got nice flexibility.
So is Loom kind of like Camtasia? We can do, you use it for screen capture, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you're doing? You capturing, this is the tool that you use to capture your screen?
Yeah, so I'm doing like basic, like again, some of the people in my mentor group, my mentorship program, like it's funny, it goes back to what we talked about before, like they haven't used like Google Docs before.
Right.
So I'm doing like walkthroughs on how to get into your Google Drive and organize folders and subfolders and then create Google Docs, and how do you share a Google Doc and all that? Because again, you and I both know you can find all that stuff at YouTube, right? But if they're the type of folks that they aren't using these things already, they're probably not going to be so great at sifting through YouTube videos either. So I just find, like, why not just provide it to them directly?
And you know what I always say, lack of information is not the problem. We have all the information that we need in YouTube University. But people are still broke, they're still sick, they're still not doing anything, right? So it's not lack of information, it's lack of a guide and a trusted advisor that can actually share with them, this is what you need to get the task that you want to get done. And that's it, right? So I thought Loom was kind of like recording videos and sending videos to each other, not necessarily screen capturing. Is that not?
You know what? Since I got so focused on doing screen capture, that's all I've explored. I thought that's all I've been doing with it. I don't even know. That's so funny. I didn't.
So there you go. Your favorite tool.
Look, yeah.
Your favorite tool, and you're like, oh, it can do that too. So if you're using Loom, let us know and let us know how you're using it. because it'll be very interesting to see if there are other features that you can be using. And again, if you want to talk about any of these tools or tools that you use and you love, viralconnectivity.com/live. Hop on in, say hi. My next tool that I love more than anything in the world, it's like, no. One of the tools that I love is ActiveCampaign. And ActiveCampaign is, maybe I need to re-sign for them, to sign for that. So ActiveCampaign is what you might know as an email service. So you might know MailChimp or Aweber or Infusionsoft or Ontraport or iContact or what else is out there? I don't know.
Can I pause you for a minute?
Yeah.
Because I think what you just did is, again, where I think of like a lot of people, I go, why were you able just to list such a huge, why do we need so many of these? Like, what difference can they possibly be giving us that there needs to be so many of them?
That's a great question. We don't need so many of them.
You just made a huge list, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, holy cow.
So MailChimp is, so no, we don't need a lot of them, most of them, but some of them have been there before and have been there for a long time. And so we still have them, they're still around. So for example, Infusionsoft, a lot of the old marketers that, Jay Abraham and people like that were at the beginning of the internet are probably still using Infusionsoft. Infusionsoft is also known as Confusionsoft because it is extremely difficult to work. It is very limited. It's very expensive. And that's why they have specific people that they certify to help you to figure out their own software. So you would pay for the software, a lot of money, and then you will pay someone to actually set it up for you because it's too complicated to do.
Right?
Just like,
I'll never forget if I was at a hypnotist convention and I ran into one to geek on all that stuff, right? And I said, "What have you been up to?" And he goes, "Oh man, I'm just killing it with Infusionsoft." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, let me show you." And he pulls out his laptop and, oh, am I freezing again?
I know.
Stop freezing.
I know.
I'm
We're gonna try this other system maybe tomorrow if we have some time. We'll see if it's better. Who knows?
So he pulls up his Infusionsoft and he starts going into all the stuff, and immediately my head hurt. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
Yeah, it's and the sucky part about Infusionsoft is that, and this is not a show to bash Infusionsoft, I just don't like them, is that they are so complicated and there are things that you want to do that you just can't do with them. Their UI to creating emails is like so outdated. The way they connect to different things and stuff like that. It just, I always say, like, you start a business, because you want to sell cupcakes, and now you have to figure out Infusionsoft. Who has time and brain for that? If you don't have all that stuff, then
That's such a great example because that is what happens, right? It totally does.
Yeah, and like all I wanted to do is just enjoy my baking thing, right? Being little, what do you call her? There's a name in English for someone who bakes, right?
Baker?
There's something to baker, like Judy Day, like all I want to do is be Martha Stewart, and now I need to figure out Infusionsoft. So ActiveCampaign is not like that. What's cool, really nice about ActiveCampaign is that it does so many things that you want to do, but in such an easy way. So you can go as complicated as this, right? Like you can have user intent, and when a person is doing one task, then it will go to another thing. Like the AI will figure that stuff for you. You don't have to do any of that complicated things. You can just have an autoresponder that sends emails to you whenever you want to send them based on scripts like this one that ActiveCampaign already gives you. So that's the nice thing. A lot of people are building funnels. You can come in here and grab their entire funnel and just install it and change the copy, and you got like a follow-up system that is fantastic. Wow. So I think it's Marketplace. Let's see. Marketplace, I believe it's called Marketplace, marketing, blah, 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 Marketplace, yes. So they give you automated recipes, they're calling it, which is like this. And it will do all the stuff that you want to do. You can automate your sales team, sales pipe, customer, increase revenue. You have all the funnels already built in. So, if someone left your shopping cart, you have all the emails, everything already done. All you have to do is import it and change the copy for your emails, and you have an entire follow-up system done. So you get the initial info about the business, comparing the product, all the stuff that you need, scheduling a product demo, all that stuff. So if you take that and integrate that with either copy, email copy pro, or something else, or you're a great writer, or find a writer, you can have your system up and running, connected to everything that you want in no time. It even connects to Facebook. So if Facebook's Messenger, so if someone messages you in Facebook, you'll have them in your email. It has a CRM with pop-up on your site. It knows what page on your website people are looking for, and you can message them based on how they're navigating your site. You can get really, really fancy with it. It's not very expensive. I don't think so. Let's see. Relatively to other plans, it's not really pricey. You can start with $9 a month. And then you basically grow with your contacts. So the more contacts you have, it's just like more because they're sending more people. So you can play with this here. When you get to 50,000 contacts, it's priceless. They don't charge you anything. But super, super cool system. And the one thing that makes them my favorite is their fantastic support. You can jump in. When you sign up, they'll come for a 30-minute free call with you on video, and they'll answer any question that you might have. They'll walk you through your system. They'll look at what you're doing. And afterwards, their support in chat is fantastic. If they need to, they jump on, they look at what you're doing. Really, really great. They'll record videos for you on how to do stuff.
Get out of here.
Yeah, really fantastic.
What?
Yeah. So you'll go on a chat with them, and you'll be like, well, here's my funnel where am I stuck? And they'll record a video, and they'll be like, right there, and they'll send it to you, and while you're chatting with them. Really amazing support. That's why they're like one of my favorite companies. What is it called? It is called Active Campaign.
I have like email envy now. I've been with Aweber for years, and I'm like, wow.
It's not. No, Active Campaign is like one of the best. It's called Active Campaign. Heso, this one right here. Go there. And if you wanna tip me for letting you know about this, then on viralconnectivity.com, I'm gonna put my affiliate link, and you can tip me for that. What is your other favorite was?
My other favorite is an old standby, which 16 years in business now, I still continue to marvel at the value that I have gotten from YouTube. Like, how do you not just love? I have made thousands and thousands of dollars because of the content that I've put on YouTube, and YouTube has never charged me a nickel. Like, yep. I mean, it's I think, geez, if you want to brand yourself, right? If you want to position yourself as an expert in your field, if you want to show people what you're capable of, video is it, right? And I know there's other services, and people can make arguments for Vimeo or these. Fine, that's fine. But I'm just going to tell you, like, I have gotten so much value out of YouTube, and I'm a total slacker. Like, I don't even maximize. Like,
yeah. I was about to ask, how much content do you have out there on YouTube?
Well, I have three. I have an entertainment channel for my stage hypnosis. I have my besthypnosistraining.com channel, which is for training people who are interested in hypnotism. And now I have my newest thing, my high impact hypnosis channel, which is really just getting started. And at one point I still do, it's still out there. I just never do anything. I have a fourth channel, which was Hypnotic Thoughts. And that was me and Dr. Manny St. Victor doing, we would do interviews like you and I do, where we do these sessions where we would try to bridge his knowledge of neuroscience to my knowledge of hypnotism and see how we could help people by having those conversations. And so all that stuff is out there. In fact, that's one of the coolest examples is we did this series 6 years ago. we did a series where I interviewed him about structures in the brain, neurocognitive networks in the brain, and neurotransmitters. What does dopamine do? What does serotonin do? What does oxytocin do? And we still, we did that 6 years ago, have not touched it since. And we still get comments on a monthly basis from like med school students and psych students and stuff like that who are searching to try to learn about those things and find our content and love the way we had the conversation and sort of explained that stuff. It's pretty cool.
It is really cool. And when you figure out how to use YouTube, remember that YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, and people are coming to YouTube to find specific things. How do I do something, right? So if you're if you need to educate your audience about how to do something specific and build trust that way, then YouTube is fantastic because they're going there to learn, not just to watch. Unless you're my kid and then you just want to see other people playing video games online. Like, I don't get that one. I don't get that part at all.
You ever heard the Narwhal song? Narwhal, narwhal, living. There's a lot of great. See, this is all my nieces used to be obsessed with the Narwhal song. So there's all.
I know
these different...
Shark, Baby Shark.
Baby Shark, right? Yeah.
No, that's horrible. That's like you cannot get it out of your brain. It's done. So my last favorite tool is, as you guys know, because we did a whole show about this, is Telegram. Telegram allows you to connect with people in real time, have them in the back pocket. It's completely secure, it's private, it's cloud-based, and nobody will take it away. So you can see Gary Vaynerchuk, and now Alicia Keys jumped on Stephen Colbert show and gave everybody her number. It wasn't her number. It was the same number that Gary Vaynerchuk has, where they're building an SMS list to engage with people. So look at that, Alicia Keys giving you your cell phone number. No. So she's building an SMS community. So if you've seen the trends that are now starting to happen away from social, away from email, into like private communication on SMS on the mobile phones, notice what people are doing. So they're building audiences with their phone numbers. You can do exactly the same if you use Telegram to do so. It's completely free. There are many, many ways that you can use this in order to build your audience. And we have a show just about that. So go watch that show if you're interested in Telegram. Last but not least, Mr. Paul Ramsay, what's your other tool?
My last one, I have a hard time picking. I've been thinking about my last one. I honestly can't think of one. I have several that are competing in my head. Part of me just wants to say,
WordPress.
I will tell you, does this count? You turned me on to this years ago. There's a particular theme called Enfold, which is designed for people building WordPress sites.
Yes.
Can I talk? Will that count?
Yeah. I love Enfold. It's my favorite.
Enfold. So years ago, probably like 8 years ago, you helped me get my hypnosis training site up and running using a WordPress platform with this theme Enfold on it. And I know, again, this is another one of those ones where some people will be like, dude, there's a million of these. Yeah, there is. But I'll tell you, this one has helped my business so much. I have built, once I had that first experience and I got familiar with using this drag and drop system, which again, I know there's lots of others, but the way in which Enfold has, the last time I counted, had 38 pre-designed templates that you could import and then customize them from there. I've built 5 different websites on WordPress using this Enfold theme for a grand total of like $1,000.
Yeah, super professional.
Yeah.
You look like $1 million. And you don't have to have all these plugins that come in with other themes where you'll need, like, okay, here's a carousel, here's a testimonial plugin, here's a thing. All that stuff is built into Enfold. It's one of my and it's so much easy. It's so much easier to build a website with drag and dropping, like basically putting the stuff of how you want your website to look like, right? Instead of like trying to be like, okay, one block inside another block inside another block. How does that work? So I cannot work with any other theme. That's a really good one.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you for that. That's another
You welcome.
Yifat Cohen special there. That's nice.
Thank you. Peso is saying on Twitter, he was sharing one of his YouTube links, videos, and said only 36 views in 1 year. So let's talk about that, okay? Let's talk about views. We do have a show about vanity numbers. If one of those 36 people, Peso, is turning into a client, does it matter whether you have 36 views, 5 views, or 1,000 or a million views, right? It doesn't matter. All you need is the right people to watch your stuff and follow up. That's all you need. So don't get bogged down by those vanity numbers because they don't mean anything. 2 clients is, for a lot of people will be a game changer,
6 years ago, Ifat, I wanted to get my own reality show.
Yeah.
And I called my agent. I was like, dude, I want my own reality show. And he's like, don't we all? And we had this whole conversation. And we pitched it to a few places, the idea, and they were like, nah, it's okay. No, thank you. And so I was like, I was like sad at first because I was like, man, people are fascinated by hypnotism. Like this would crush if we could just get it on TV,
Right.
And then I sitting there and I was like, you know what? One of the coolest things about the age we live in is you don't have to ask permission anymore. You just don't. Like if you want to publish a book, publish a book.
Right.
If you want to make your own TV show, publish it direct through YouTube. And so that's what I did. I hired a production company and I did mini webisodes, like 10 to 12 minutes long. And I did a small first launch season of my own reality series. And it was such a cool experience. And I put it out through my YouTube channel, my entertainment channel, and it flopped. It completely flopped. But this goes back to what you were talking with Tessa about. So like I have out of the episodes, like 2 of them got over 1,000 views and all the rest were in the hundreds. But I loved that experience. I had so much fun doing it. I learned a lot about my own creative process, and it actually did make me money. When it got done, it went and it was out there, right? And like 9 months later, I think, 6 or 9 months later, I got contacted by a company that was doing a huge campaign for Bud Light.
I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And they offered me a job working in this big event just because they found that stuff on YouTube.
Right.
So they were one of the few who did watch it, but they loved the quality, they loved the concept. And I got to go be part of a huge promotional event for Bud Light, hanging out with like Vanilla Ice and Casey and the Sunshine Band and Lil Jon, and like crazy event. And it was all because I put that stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, it's amazing what happened. So here's one of the reasons why I love YouTube more than any other platform. If you put it in YouTube, it doesn't disappear. It's there forever. It will come up in Google search. Unlike your Facebook videos and your Twitter videos and your Instagram videos and your LinkedIn videos, all that stuff is like someone really specifically has to go and find them. And even I cannot find my own stuff in there, right? You're like, where is that video? The search capability is not that great. They're just not surfacing your content as well. Whereas in YouTube, you will search for something, and actually I will prove my point. So I will go to an incognito window, and I'm going to put the guy that we just interviewed, Roland Fraser. And here it is, messing up my entire theory. And here it is, messing up my entire theory. Let's use JB Kellogg. There you go. So JB Kellogg is one of the CEO of one of the fastest growing technology companies in the country. They're doing fantastic. We interviewed them. As you go down, you will see this is my image right there in images. You'll scroll down, and here are the first 2 videos that associated with his name. My channel is coming up, and right below that, my website is coming up. So when someone is searching for the co-CEO of the fastest growing company, technology company in the country, my information is on the first page relating to his name, not what we interviewed him, nothing, right? This happens with other guests that we interviewed. So Mark and Sign. and his program was chosen. So Mark doesn't have really good searchability, but if you scroll down, there you go. My YouTube comes up first, right? And if I'm going to put in my website on the first page. So this is what we do for some of our clients, right? If you want to start ranking organically for influencers or concepts in your niche and in your field, our system, Viral Connectivity, will get you there. And the way that we do that is focusing on engagement, trust, relationship, going live everywhere, and having conversations with people the same way that we are doing it right now. So YouTube, awesome tool. Stuart, you want to say something? Say something.
Wanted to ask two things. First of all, how do you spell enfold? Because that's new in me. Is that literally enfold? I mean, letter?
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
ENFOLD.
Got it. And secondly, because I'm about to sign up for one, I think, are you guys using VPN?
I am. Well, I bought a VPN. I have it on my phone and on computer. I'm not using it as much as I should, mostly because I'm streaming. And for streaming, VPN kind of like slows down the internet connection. But I have one. Yeah.
The VPN I'm using supposedly, now I haven't used it yet, supposedly actually speeds up getting through the servers out in the rest of the world. Your ISP is your ISP, I'm sure. But when you're cloaking your ISP, I believe there are some with enough servers. This has got 3,000 servers around the world that you can cook right along. But that's promotional material, and I don't know that for a fact.
I know that I used VPN Unlimited. They had a few options. I think I got the lifetime subscription to them. And when I was in Israel and I wanted to watch Netflix that I could not watch because of IPs and stuff like that, it didn't work. So, so I don't know, it does say that I'm connected to different places. Maybe Netflix detected before that I wasn't or something. I don't know.
I have friends, a young couple that I watch a series on YouTube, and they have a direct affiliate link called TangerineVPN.com. That's an affiliate link, makes them a few bucks so they can stay on road. But it is Pure VPN is the name of the company. And they've got an impressive organization, but I'll let you know how it works once I get into it. I'm about ready to launch again another website, so that's why all this stuff about Enfold and Loom and all that, very interesting. I'm down here trying to keep up with your list because
we only shared like 3, right?
In your entire life, you've never talked slowly. So I'm just keeping up with you. Paul's pretty normal, but boy, you speed. All right, I'm out. I'm out. Mute me out, or I'll mute myself here.
Okay, so I'll repeat what we said, like all the tools, and I'm gonna have a list right here in viralconnectivity.com/live. So you can go right there under the resources. You have the entire list of all the tools that we shared. So my favorite things were Bitrix24 for communication within the company, Active Campaign for email marketing and following up with people, and Telegram app was my favorite. And then Paul's favorite things are, Paul?
Loom, YouTube, and the Enfold theme for WordPress.
So between all of them, you guys should be rocking right now. So let me finish with this one. As you know, today is Tuesday. Tomorrow we're going to talk about another interesting thing. But on Thursday, we're going to have this guy popping in and talking about how he built his YouTube account. How he built his YouTube account and how he used YouTube to build his comedy business. So if you are interested in coming in and just like that, just as you saw Stuart speak with us in real time, you can also come in and speak with me and Paul and JP Sears in real time, talking about YouTube, comedy, and how he comes up with this shit. That's one of my really biggest questions. Like, how do you think about that stuff? Because like if you look at his webpage, where like his product page that he's selling stuff, he is a master of words and humor. So I'm very excited to chat with him. Thursday, same time, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, 11 a.m. Pacific. And Bob, do you want to say something? We see a new guy here. Just nod. We don't see your camera. So if you have a question or a comment or something like that, you're popping it up in chat. And just found the content a couple hours ago. Yay! We would love to say thanks and hi and meet you face to face if you want to turn your camera and your microphone on. And just say hi, Papa, just before we finish. Last thing, maybe we'll talk about this like as a summing up of stuff. The tools that we use to run our business are tools that we've been using for years now, right, Paul? Like you've been using Loom and years and years and years. Oh, you are. Why are you muted? There you go.
There. All right. Sorry. I had to cough, so I muted it, and then I couldn't unlock it. So yeah, I think that's one of the things that you always want to find some new tool that's going to help you do something you couldn't do before, right? But again, and I was just talking to you about this yesterday, that I am definitely a creature of habit, and I like to find things that I can rely on, and I try to stick with them. So here I am. I've been, building my sites with WordPress with this Enfold theme for years now, and I've been using YouTube for years now, and I try to find stuff that I can stick with. I do want to keep growing and developing, but I get nervous about just chasing the newest, coolest thing. And how do you know when it's something that's going to be cool for a little while and then be gone, a la Vine, or,
right.
or is it going to be something that really lasts?
Which is a valid point, right? It's a really valid point. And I think this is why a lot of people stuck with Infusionsoft, even though, after a while.
Well, there's a lot of people that I'm sure have made a lot of money with Infusionsoft. Definitely. Like, I'm just not one of them, and you're not one of
them. No. So, Bob, if you don't have any questions, awesome. So glad you found us. We'll be here tomorrow at the same time. Hopefully you get your camera working, because it'll be fantastic to see you. And thank you so much, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Let's do this. 2, 1, 11. You guys need to start figuring out our hand signs. 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, 11 a.m. Pacific, right here on viralconnectivity.com. Until then, be well, stay safe, and we'll see you